Right. So, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi everyone. Not much people, but it's fine. um, I think you should start by introducing yourself. I invited you to talk
Yeah,
mostly because
so
you are
yeah, you can talk.
a good old player, and well, all of the other interview was with someone that was known for being a speed admin and not necessarily a player. But yeah.
Yeah, like with Flash and the others.
hmm So I don't know if you
So
wanna.
yeah, I can start. So I started playing this. I mean, I started playing another game that was similar to this in like 2008. Was King's Age. Was very similar, but didn't have like a speed version. It was like just normal worlds. And after like some time of that, I joined like I think it was like World One Brazil. It was like so long, but we didn't play for long there. That was like 10 or 11 at that time. And that's basically it. Then kept playing King's Age, and it was yeah, I played King's Age until like 2014, and in 2014 I met this speed version of .tw. So I joined the speed version on Brazil because PT didn't have a server. I mean, they had a server, they just didn't have a speed, you know, the speed rounds. They were
Yes.
like we
They.
had no admins, so
I don't know when
there
they
were
ended
no rounds
actually.
on PT. I think they ended like in 2014 or 13, 1 year before I joined there.
Because I
So
know
I
I played like a round or two there, but I was terrible, so it didn't
yeah,
really matter. And the settings were
so
bad as well.
yeah, so I joined in 2014. Didn't really know a lot and didn't have premium. So when you start, you have no premium, no pharmacist, and nothing. And I didn't put money, so I had to win a round to get PPs on Brazil to start having premium and pharmacist and all the starting stuff. And after that, I started playing in Spain a bit also in other servers. And in 2015, it started like in Masters. There was a server called Masters,
Yes.
the Master server.
Yes, I suppose
Yeah,
people here might not know, but Masters was
Masters was a server that was destined like to have competitive rounds, either night performance worlds or classic worlds or speed worlds. But they closed it like after like in 2017, I think, or 18.
something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, but that was when the fun began because we played with teams, 10 versus 10 tournaments, and it was like the most fun I think I had by far. It's like those 10 versus 10 tournaments. I played on UK team mostly. Yeah, mostly I played on UK team because Portugal wasn't even a thing. I mean, we had no admin, we have nothing.
Yeah.
So I tried, but we couldn't do anything. There are also no Portuguese players. Like the only Portuguese player at that time was Taves and
Ragnar.
Pinla, Ragnar. No, Ragnar was a bit after, but nobody else. Literally nobody else. Then I played on UK, and then UK team disbanded. And I played on US team, and it was a lot of fun because it was like 10 versus 10, kind of organized, like moderated on the special server that was like made for competitive, with good prizes. I mean, it wasn't for the prize, but I like how it was handled. It was handled by Dux, that is Jojo, you know.
Yes.
He was the main admin on the Masters at that time, and yeah. So I met Duck in Spain, I think, on the Spain
Probably.
server.
Yeah.
I met him. I played against him. I think I was always playing against him because I didn't know. First, I didn't know he was Portuguese. Then I knew,
Me playing
and
in teams of 35 people.
yeah, he was like mass recruiting everyone and
Mass scripting.
mass scripting, like permaban in every game almost. I remember, and in like 2017, 2018, we had like a decision, that there was like another inter-server tournament, even after Masters was closed, or I don't know if it was in Masters still. It was in Masters like in 2016. So we could get like our first Portuguese team, but I don't think Duck was on it, and you
No,
weren't.
no.
You were so I was captain of the first Portuguese team, and we played on Masters, but we had like trouble to get 10 people because we had no server. We had no speed server in Portugal, so it was like really hard.
Well,
So in 2000
it's
like
always been like that
18,
almost.
but 2000 I think 18 or 19 they come back with
Yeah,
speeds on play
yeah.
on PT, more or less like that, and we played like the 10 versus 10 on with Jojo organizing right on net, right?
Yes, yes.
And well, I never really been really friends with Duck. I called him Shupi or Ruben. It's real name. And we kind of started talking first and trying to get a team. So we basically put together like it was the most fun part about this game is like we can put together sometimes like people that always play versus each other, but on these special rounds, like tournament rounds, we played all together. That was really fun because we were representing the same server or
Yeah.
country.
Meanwhile, I was like joining in PT rounds with Casal and like no PT players at all, and just fighting against PT players. And then
Mm-hmm.
I had to play with people like Mechdown, which is funny.
Yeah, they're his worst enemy almost, like the rivals since ever. And
That
it
guy
was
was
fun.
so
We tried to
annoying.
put and you try to recruit like a Portuguese team, and we were able to. We get like a lot of people, and we almost all games we were able to get 10. It was really hard, but we will get 10 like almost all games, and it was really fun. I think that was the most almost the most fun, or the most fun those parts when you can actually like play with people that used to play against each other, and then we are playing on the same team and trying our best. So it's really
Yeah,
fun.
that's the most fun part of the game. I don't think there's any doubt on that. That's why we're
Hmm.
trying to bring it back.
Yeah. I really like 10 versus 10. I mean, 10%, I think I know it's a bit hard to get 10 people, because I think 8 versus was the best try because 8 is like perfect way before. I played with starting 600, I played starting with 7k points. It's not as fun and it's not as interactive and it's more scripty. You need like multiple village, you're like a lot based in scripts. It's not really healthy for the game, I think. Because you cannot do things with competitive when you have like 20 village to manage.
Yeah, well,
And
although I
yes, yes.
think there's potential
They need
to
to
make other
start.
things.
Yeah, they need to legalize scripts that help or make in-game stuff that helps. To be honest.
You don't really need that though. Even if it's just an N2 start or something, it's different from N1. And even if you conquer Barbs, you have a account manager and you have a key press working well. So it's not like
Yeah, yeah,
10
it's
versus
it's
12 versus
it's
20 field.
possible. I played like a tournament to like 2v3 and 2, like starting with 300. I mean the strat has to be conquer barbs because it's too broken. But I don't think
Yeah,
that's very
depending on
interactive.
position, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's very interactive. I played it like this is not as fun. And I also like having 8 versus 8 and having to organize like getting 8 people together, and it's more competitive. I think it's more fun.
Yeah, well, I definitely get that.
Yeah. And after that was the 1v1, and after that basically stopped playing because nothing happened really, and everyone kind of went away. There's no tournaments, there's no nothing, there's no interest. So that's basically been it for like what 3 years, more or less.
Not really. Not really.
In France they tried to organize like an 8v8, but wasn't really successful
It
for a lot
wasn't
of reasons.
terrible, but yeah, for a lot
The
of
idea
reasons.
was good, but it was like it shouldn't be organized that way, in my
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah, yeah, yeah. There are
because
a lot of
there's a,
things that they could
there's a,
have done
like
better.
a graph that I showed you before. There's like interest, and then the amount of time per interest that you have on a on like a one thing. You know, so
Yes.
if there's interest to play in a tournament, but if the time to start playing time is too long, the interest starts decaying.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be like a perfect mix between announcing a tournament and playing it,
But the
because
thing,
if it's just like the preparation to the preparation, people scream and train so much they lose almost the interest for it
but the thing
when it
is,
comes.
the thing is, nowadays it's very hard to come up with a term. Well, you saw what happened in the 8v8. Flash was
Mm-hmm.
like messaging everyone in every possible server, every community manager and speed admin and everything possible. And most of them just said, okay, no, I don't care. It's not official from me. No, then just ignore this. I don't care. And most of the players who actually played were not like official national teams. They were like people
Mm-hmm.
who were
Mm-hmm.
friends and who were already having their own teams, like the BR guys.
Yeah,
The,
I think that doesn't make us fun, to be honest, because it just starts to be a little messy and a bit random, and
I don't agree with that for various reasons, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. The
yeah,
point
yeah, yeah,
is contacting moderators in game mods and um, making them try to get players to play a tournament is not viable unless you're Jojo. Like in 2020, he's messaged pretty much everyone, and they got
yeah. To be
national teams
fair,
from everywhere.
in 2020, he wasn't as organized as he was in 2015.
Yeah,
2015 was really organized, and 2016 really organized because it was like dedicated server to that, dedicated platform to that. Everything was dedicated. Everything was like set up.
yeah, but I don't get what went in his head there. I don't know what the 10v10 came for. Like we knew that a tournament was being made, or at least I don't know who told us that the tournament was being made, but someone was telling people that the tournament was being made, and then eventually, even Jojo felt like he should make a tournament, and he did. I don't know if it was on the plans already, or if it was just because.
Now I know how it happened. Basically, how it happened was like a speculation. So people speculated that the tournament was being held, so they made kind of pressure for him to make it. And he saw the people were interested, so he gave up on it on the pressure and actually made it because he never intended to do it, but people wanted to do it. So it's actually most of the time that tournaments have happened was this way. People say, "Oh, it's gonna be a tournament." They start spreading the word. There's gonna be a tournament. The admins don't even know what they're talking about, but they say, "Oh, there's an interest for a tournament," and it creates it's just speculation, and yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, because I don't know. Jojo seemed like he might have been an interested person in speeds back in Masters. But nowadays, when I talk to him, he just says speeds are dead and it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time until all of the servers are closed. So I think he just completely gave up. And I don't know. I
Yeah, yeah,
it's very hard trying to
it
build
is.
something up, especially as we're doing here, literally building something from zero. Especially well, calling this an international community and the .NET server not supporting it. It's ridiculous. But the thing is,
The thing is, there's not an international server now. There's just .NET. There's
yeah,
no masters.
exactly.
Net is just like it's international, but at the same time, it's not to promote competitivity,
Yeah,
competition. It's just a casual net server.
yeah, because it's not even the most populated server. There are servers with way more players. But
Exactly.
but the thing is, they are the ones who have the power basically, and I could like understand if they gave the excuse like, okay, we're not supporting your server because you're the player and not related to Winnow Games or something. I could get that, but even in 2020 or in 2021 when we had the tournaments on the far and things like that, like the 1v1 tournament, we had that other international group, and Brian and Equalizer were also pushing for JoJo's support, and he actually never supported them. So I don't know. They were both speed admins at the time, so I really don't get why he's like afraid to support initiatives to boost speeds. Because
You're not afraid, but just he just did it so many times that he just doesn't want to do it again on the same on his mind on the same mistake. He did it. Well, he did it first time on 2011 was first tournament 2011. Then second tournament was 2014. Then third tournament was 2015. And 15 he really like gave in on doing more things. So he did like three a year. He wanted to do like three a year, and he did it. But it's really or for a year or something. But it's really exhausting and it's too much. I think 4 years like way too much. I want to do like a summer, a winter, a spring, and a final tournament, something like that. And he did it, but it was like too much, and then people were also getting exhausted and losing interest.
I can see, but the thing is, I think there's a way to manage it way better. Like in the 10v10 tournament, we all joined the not .NET Discord server, and we're all talking on the speeds chat. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like he could have created something so much better out of that. Like everyone was so active and then messaging there and oh, okay, let's play this round and I don't know, let's kill these guys together, and then they send reports and there's rivalries, and it was all so active in just one shot, and everyone talking about tournament and things like that, and Jojo just sort of ignored that and didn't sort of develop that idea. I think he could have developed that into a.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's to be active, it needs to be toxic, and he doesn't want toxicity.
I don't agree with
But
that, honestly.
uh but people are moved and
Yes, yes,
motivated
I see
by
what you're
ego,
saying.
by ego and toxicity. So
Yeah, but the truth is, if you see now, in this group, it's been fairly active actually, and no one is actually that toxic. So
yeah, but to be really active and to be really on the spot and making people like really pay attention to things needs to be like a rivalry above the friendly level. It needs to be like reasons to when where people were most active here on the Portuguese on the Portuguese like topic, it
yeah.
was when the guys from team
Mhm.
exactly,
But
and
the
they
thing
weren't
is,
properly like nice people, most of them. And you know
but the
what
thing
happened,
is,
right?
they came back because someone just invited all of them to play together, and then. As in this group, we like played against them, and there was a rivalry. But it all just died out because I don't know. Staramos, I think it just disappeared. So
Yeah,
because it's if the rivalry was more than just a rivalry of okay, I'll join this round and kill you and okay, GG. If it was something more of okay, let's play some private rounds from time to time, let's get better at the game. I think that there is a way to keep a community active and interested. Because if it's just a rivalry of okay, I fucking hate you, I'll conquer you in this game and you won't play a round ever again or something, then I don't know. It might last for a bit, but it won't last forever. That's my idea on it, though.
serious saying. But how do we make it to last forever? The thing is,
You need
it's kind of a cycle. I feel like people have a cycle that, oh, I like to play this game for now, but then okay, I'm exhausted of it. I need a time break off. I need like a break off. So it's kind of a cycle now. People will kind of come back, but not really. You know,
actually, I don't know if that's true because now we're
it's a
seeing
cycle. I
we're
feel
seeing a lot of people who played that don't even want to come back. Like
Mm.
I talked to
Like
Sashlik,
kind of myself also.
yeah, and I talked to Sashlik or to Valode. They like have zero interest in coming back. They don't care.
Yeah, but to be honest, if there was like a real tournament, they will probably like come. They'll probably just play it, and then they'll play it for a while because they get like hooked on, and they don't want to lose, and then for
Yeah,
a while, then it's gonna be really active for a while. Then they get exhausted, and again, a
well,
time of
yeah,
absence.
I do see that, but I think it's possible to create some. How did? Oh, okay. We have some questions already. Let's see.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, I think it is possible to create something like reoccurring and something that makes the community interested to see. Like now, for example, on
Mm.
the videos I record, I have a good amount of people just looking at them and seeing how I play, and even in the like 3v3s, we often record 3v3s. People are interested to see what the strategy is, and we've had people play 3v3s as well. Uh, like there is some interest to to people to see how better players play and to learn how to play better. So I think if there is something that's like promoting that in a recurring way, like for example in the IT server, you can rent rounds for free. You can just ask them to make a creativity or something. If there is something like that, let's say like once a week or something, where people can watch other players play and like watch
The thing
players play
is
together
that
and
okay, okay? It kind of also needs like, is it streamed? Can you actually
yes,
can you
yes.
actually stream? Can you actually stream? Can you click? if you go on Twitch, can you put Tribalwars as a name, like as a topic, as your game? Does it recognize it?
Yes, yes,
It does recognize it. Okay.
yes. But that was not even
Are
the
there
point.
people?
I wasn't even
Okay.
thinking about that. I was thinking
Yeah.
in the last time they did that on the Italian server, they changed the description of the round with the Discord link of the official Italian server in Discord, and we had people from both teams streaming the game.
Mhm.
So people could join, and they even sent a message in game, I think, a global message. So people could join, and they could see others playing, and they could like ask questions about, oh, okay, what script is this? Why do you do this? Something like that, which is always pretty cool, and it helps people stay interested and help people learn how to play the game. So I think there is a way to get people interested, but there isn't much interest for admins to do that right now. Well, unless like you're talking about the Italian admins, but those guys are gods. So
So what's the best solution?
well, that's a good question. My sort of proposal here. A lot of people want to merge servers, like they want to, as we were discussing in the previous podcast, a lot of people say that it's better for the game if we simply like merge all of the servers and have
Oh yeah, okay. I have a good answer for that. I know that. I know. I actually just know the answer. It's bad.
yeah, it's
And I
bad.
know. And I know. And I know why it's bad
Yeah,
because other games did it. Okay, the other game that I played before this, it was like actually it's a copy of Trevor. It's like literally a copy. It's King's Age. It's literally a copy. I played before that. They did that. They merged the servers into one. It's like as dead as is even more dead than before. Like it was the worst decision possible. Okay, it was dead before, but now it's like super dead. It will happen the same year.
I can give a quick example as to like how that impacts things. Like if you go now to the Italian servers forum, you see that there's like all of the posts that are recent are like from today. Like, there's 3 from me, okay, but even if you click on ultimate post, you'll see that there's more topics from today, right? Demonstrate. Okay, I can screen share. Right here. If you click here, you can see that there are quite a good amount of things from today, and the forum is pretty active. And if you go to net, let's see what the most recent things are. Okay, there's actually a good amount of things. But this guy is a moderator. Uh, this is questions about script, so it's not necessarily related to the net server. And there's one post related to the net server. Like the .NET forum is not as active compared to like the Italian forum or something. And the Italia is a way smaller server anyway. But I think that the fact that they share a language and they have like rivalries between themselves, it really keeps the server active. While on net, like there's multiple people who say that playing speeds on net is boring because there's nothing to play for there and it's always repetitive and whatever. But like if people are more active and have interest in being active, then it's more interesting for everyone, I think. So what I would do is instead of trying to merge all of the servers, I would try to.
Just one thing about merging the servers. In the other game, that's a copy of this. They merged the forum of all servers,
Oh,
and
that's
now
an
it's
error.
dead. It's
Yeah,
dead. Nothing happens. They merged like all the forums of all servers that can only speak in English, and the people, of course, don't know how to speak
yeah.
in English. So it's dead. It's like this. It's not a forum now. Even it's like, so if they do that it's gonna be the same thing. It's so stupid.
I get and I get that they say that the forums are dead anyway because it's 2022. But the thing is, there's a lot of things that can be way better organized in forums than in Discord. Discord is good for like just continuous talking, but forums is better to like organize threads and see people's ideas and things like that. So
It's kind of an identity of the server of the that it represents sometimes.
yeah, it's
Because not even all forums are like equal, and it
yeah,
represents the
yeah, yeah,
server.
true.
But so much things, so much like the world. Man, if they merge the servers, all the data
The
will be
archives
gone.
and yeah, yeah, yeah,
All be gone. It'll be like who won world. I don't know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
5, and all the top. Everything is be only gone. Nothing. It's like okay.
But even more
Then
on the
just delete the game.
yeah, but even more on the topic of speeds, the thing is,
Yes.
you join around like on PT now, and
Yeah.
you know everyone's Portuguese are like 99% of the players. It's PT.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people play that. So if you're a new player, well, you might get destroyed by better players, but you'll message them. You'll say, oh, what are you doing? How did you do
Yeah.
that? Something like that, and you'll eventually find people who are willing to teach you things and to show you the game because well, you both are from the same country. I don't know. You guys can have fun. You guys understand each other well. So
Yes.
there is a
And
reason, and
yeah.
that is fun if you like try to explain people how to play.
And
And
the word on oh, sorry to interrupt, but
yeah,
also a word on that is that when we started playing was really hard to learn because nobody will give information,
yeah,
and now people will literally can come just watch. We have Discord on our profile. Just go to Discord and there's all the information, everything he needs to do.
yeah,
We
exactly.
stream we stream the rounds. Everything is like they can literally copy everything. They maybe it's too easy and it's like too no challenge for them to improve. I don't know because everything is like ended in a platter.
But it's I wouldn't say it's exactly that because well, even by seeing a lot of people that have been watching my videos, they still have a lot to improve. I'm not saying they're bad,
I
but
agree. I agree.
yeah, you just as I said in the first podcast with Goose, you can't just expect to become good at the game by copying a person. Like you can learn things, but you
I've
need
told you
to
that so many times. You need to adapt to the
yeah,
situation.
you need to adapt. Exactly. So it all you may learn from watching people play, but you need to have a brain of your own and decide when to do things or how to do things in a certain position. So I think that's the interesting part about the game because well, the mechanics are not hard. We all know that the mechanics are not hard.
Yeah, because there's not much to innovate now. Because when I started, I basically innovated most of the things to improve efficiency. But now everything is efficient now. Most people know what to do, and most people just copied what the other thing person did.
Yeah,
Because I remember I played in France. I fucking played in France in the first time, and Benjay was watching my round, and then I see Benjay play, just copied everything
true.
I did. Before I didn't do that because he was an admin and he saw what I did and he copied everything. It was so disgusting.
Yeah, people
Admin privilege.
pretty much just learn how to play by watching others, and that's not exactly.
Just you, he copied everything. It was so disgusting. It
Yeah, it might help you, but it won't be the answer. So ban and copy. True.
was so funny.
But yeah.
And then he was asking me what did I did in certain parts on Discord because he didn't understand. Oh
Well,
shit, those good times.
yeah, true. I remember you telling me about that. But yeah, well, I think we should answer the first questions that we have here.
Okay, okay.
Um, this is a really good question that I think you might be able to answer. How did the meta change for tournaments over the years?
Oh yeah, no, that one. It actually changed a lot. On 10v10 tournaments, first they started with most people like going 5v5, 5 death.
Yes.
Then they played versus Romania.
Hmm.
And everybody got cut to that, and they made like also
Yeah.
almost like they made like 6 off for death, but they started cutting, and people weren't like efficient and quick at cutting. So after they get the Romania shock, what happened was
Romania shock.
people starting make death, a lot of full death. The Poland was like one of the best teams because they were really like organized and they had so many players and they're like really good at farming, but they didn't really know how to attack but they were really like they play well together, so they improved so quickly and they improved like so much, and they were able like to play defensively and outpace them,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
an attrition war. They made it an attrition war, and because they were like so good at rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding, the longs would take like all the 4 hours like an literally attrition, but because they were really good at team fighting, they will keep it going and end by attrition.
But yeah,
And then what I think is the best strategy after like 2 years was going most everyone off and only 3 deaths, like 7 off, 3 death, 2 death, full death, and 1 death just goes for nobles, and the other 2 deaths split their death into the off, and the off players just rush attack early, but that thing really relies on people having skill because they need to be able to 1v1 them, the others. And if they fail, it doesn't work. It relies on
This
like individual skill and less on team play.
this really reminds me of another question. We know that nowadays farming is very simple. You just open a tab, open
Yeah,
key press,
you have so much help. You have so much scripts that are legal that you
yeah,
can now
open key
use.
press and hold the key. GG. But back in the day, I feel like farming was the actual challenge. Like,
Farming was such a challenge. I remember it was really hard. Everyone was like trying different scripts. Everyone was like trying different things, like double tabs, double, like two tabs, four tabs, open,
four tabs.
switching through tabs, like two screens, half image. We tried everything. Keybinds. I started going keybind because I thought it was more effective. Then with key press, keybinds, and then adapt key press, kind of program key press for your keybinds to be faster, things like that.
So,
And yeah,
but the question
what
is
happened?
exactly that. So, do you
What?
think there is potential for tournaments nowadays to be more fun because of that? Because now the challenge is not exactly to farm better than your opponents. It might still be that. That definitely is a part
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
game.
There's still people who will be more efficient than
Yeah,
others
exactly, exactly.
because compute and many other reasons doesn't matter,
Yeah,
to be honest.
but the game is more than just that now. If you play like
Yeah,
a
it's more the teamwork. Now
yeah,
teamwork is
exactly.
more reliant. Now it's actually attrition, which is also always more fun because there are more variables. There's not just, oh, they outsprint us, so do we lose. That's not how it works. But now is also harder to carry.
Yeah, true.
Before, if they have like two good players, you could carry like holy shit, some games that were like so hard. But now you can't carry. Now I mean, since everybody can farm almost, you actually need to have a teamwork, have a team fight, have a strategy, and um, know how to work together and to make it work. There's so much variables and so much uncertainty to the game,
So
which I
yeah,
think which I think makes it more interesting in my opinion.
yeah, exactly. I really think there is a lot of potential because there are a lot of things we really haven't seen. I know you mentioned that you don't really like it starting with more points the rounds, but the truth is that
Yeah, I tried that. It's really not good.
yeah, but the truth is that most of the times it's been an N1 tournament and we've never really
hmm
seen anything different from that.
I've played that before.
Yeah, but with well all of the previous conditions that were well not as good of farming scripts and
Yeah, but you cannot because there's no actually like good legal scripts if you want to play like multiple village, start raise rounds. Yeah, it's gonna be just a script fiesta.
there are though with Keypress now you can
With
farm with all of
with
the
like
villages very efficiently and then you can activate account manager to upgrade. It's not like
yeah, but then there will be mass attackers, mass
that's
spammers, and you have
bannable. That's bannable. That's easily bannable.
Yeah, then everyone is gonna be get banned because people who use it and gonna be oops. Why did the tournament work? Because everybody cheated.
Well, then we crown winners the ones that didn't. A lot of
Exactly,
players.
but then the game is dead. You know what I'm
Yeah,
going with that.
I know, but the truth is, a lot of new
You need,
players that are starting to play now, they have no clue about illegal scripts at all, which is really cool. People just watch my videos like world players, and they
hmm
think it's funny, and they just go and see my scripts video that only talks about legal stuff, and they learn how to play because of that, and they become good at the game. So they don't even know about mass attack and those shitty illegal scripts. So I think there is the potential for just reviving the player base of the game and making them use legal stuff because
there
well
is, but I
yeah,
think the reason it was always like low start. It's because of that low start. You cannot get an advantage by using scripts.
account
You
manager is
cannot.
trash. I in some
It
things
is,
it
yeah.
is, in some things it is, but in buildings it is pretty efficient, and you don't use that for recruiting. You just use mass recruit. It's not like you need.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It, but I think why the tournaments have always been like from low start is because it's the only thing that's fair. You cannot take an advantage by using a script
Yeah,
like that because it's the only thing that's fair. That's why, and it's the only thing that's like
but
competitive
if you think
as
about it,
well.
if you think
And
about
then
it,
I
in
also don't think the other routes are interesting, and most people don't like to play them. It's just like to play them once in a time, not like in a tournament.
yeah, I
That's
see.
I feel.
But if
You
you
you won't get people to do it.
Yeah, also the players could stream. Yeah, but there, if you think about it, in N1s there is a lot more potential for people cheating with minor things than there is in
Like what?
the, I
Like
don't know,
what?
just fake scripts and like automated fakes and
Doesn't matter. That doesn't affect the outcome of the game.
I know. There are, but like,
People who played it now know it doesn't affect because you can also send fake scripts really fast with
yes,
like just
you can
with no
outplay.
script, just the normal settings of the game now.
But the thing is, most of those scripts
Mm.
will not be detectable, and if people try to use uh, scripts that have a really huge impact on the game, uh, on uh, on high start rounds, then those are mostly bannable and easy
Yeah, but
to.
people will use them, and then most people will be banned, and you will have no tournament because there are no people to play them.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
see where you're going, but I don't know. I guess, well, if there is enough interest for that and people
If there
interested,
is
we
this,
would see.
if they, I mean, I'll just say if there is interest to make like a high tournament, a lot of bars tournament, go ahead. But I've seen people tried it; it never works because there's
No,
no
I'm not
interest,
saying
and then
a
just
lot of
about
barbs
Fiesta.
or a high start. I'm just saying 600-point start or something like that. It's not
It's about Fiesta.
necessarily something that ridiculous.
It's about Fiesta.
Well, I
I've
don't
played
know.
those.
I don't know. I don't think it's exactly that much of a
I
barb
played
fiesta.
those. The people think it's not about Fiesta. I played on tournament with that. Then we just rushed barbs and we won most every game. The people who were most successful was the one that rushed barbs.
Yeah, I see
The one
that,
who just
but
tried to attack just lost every game.
I guess it depends on strategy and on the map. Like if
Oh,
you're far away from enemies, I guess you can go for barbs. But if you're close, then it might be better to just attack them and then try to get something to happen there. I don't know.
I know because I played it at that tournament.
I think it's very hard to just
It
say
was like
something.
it was like a Russian tournament, but
Mm.
a lot of people play there. Like a lot of people play that tournament. And I don't
Yeah,
think I don't even know if it ended. I think it ended like in the middle
yeah.
because
You could make it so you can noble bottoms through. That's possible.
through I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like
there
there's
is.
just something fun about
Yeah, yeah, and
the upgrading and all
but
the
in the
little
same time,
details and the little things that are.
yeah,
I
yeah.
also don't like when their speeds are too fast because I think it's less skill.
What do you mean?
People are like 400 speed. I mean, just too much thing, and you can't really have a strategy. It's like people just need to be fast, and they don't really have time to develop a strategy and play more in a strategy way. I think the best like for a tournament like don't go faster than 360 or 370.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. But that,
Otherwise, you're gonna be like just efficiency. Players more efficient will win and nothing more
yeah,
because it's too fast.
more macro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But
But if it's too slow, it's also too slow. So I
yeah,
think 350, like 06 was good. 360, 06, 07 is good. 370, I think it's no. 370 it's way too fast for like 8 or 10. But it's good for 1v1 because it's just one person, of course. But on multiple persons, it needs to be slower than with 1v1s or 3v3s.
I think it highly
The more
depends
people, the more people there are, the more slow it needs to be.
to have time to plan strategies. But the thing is,
Yeah, 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 and all the things
I
and all
think that
the communication and that.
yeah, but I think that could be the fun part about speeds because if you make it faster, the skill gap will be slightly bigger because nowadays, as we've come into a
I don't agree with
conclusion,
that. I
the
don't agree with that. Yeah.
farming is not a problem. People will just be able to grow. If you make it faster, then maybe there's a skill gap on that as well because yeah.
No, just people with better like I don't know, better PC or better internet or just I feel like it will be just like who is more efficient again, and we don't want and that will just be like we did before, like people know how to farm and they don't.
Hmm.
It's too fast. It's just way too fast. There's just you're playing a tutorial against yourself. You're just playing against yourself, not against others. Almost like a time trial, you know.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. Well, I guess that's something that has to be
But
discussed.
if
We
it's too
have
slow, it's also too slow, you know.
yeah. That's something that has to be discussed for sure. We have
Of
the
course.
this.
I really think
Settings.
350 or 360
We have this
for
chat where I've been
is
asking
fine.
questions, and there's some insight from people there. And on speed, people have voted 380 0.7. Most of the people.
That's really bad. That's too fast. That's for 1v1, and that's still too fast.
But
People have no
well,
idea.
people.
People don't know what they want. They think they know what's good for them, but they don't.
Mm,
That's what I feel.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
That's
it's
way too
it's not
fast.
something.
Holy shit.
I think it's not
Yeah.
something that should
How
be
fun it
forbidden to
is
try out.
how fun it is a game to be over in 20 minutes.
That's not that
F
bad,
F F
honestly.
F F F 15 Fun game.
I don't think that's that bad, though. Honestly,
It you know it is bad. FF 15, come on.
I don't know. It depends, honestly, because I think that making it faster makes it a bit more based on who attacks first. I think that's the only problem. And if you make it a bit slower, you have.
But I'm not saying slower. I'm just saying just fast, but not
Yeah, I
stupid
know,
fast.
I know, I know,
I think 380 is stupid fast.
I know. Like 360.6. I know what you mean. But if you give that speed, then it's a bit fast. It's a bit better for the people to defend. So it's like a more balanced way. I don't know. The
To run, to
401.
run. It's yeah, exactly. You can't even click on the bar to
I
change
didn't
that.
even suggest that because one
Your
troop
troops
speed
will
is
be
just.
back. Your troops will be back, and you cannot even send them again because they'll be back again. It's. I
No,
mean,
no. The
five
401
attacks.
is just too fast.
Yeah, 500 attacks per second.
But I think that if you make it like 400 0.4 or something like that, that's not terrible. If troop speed is balanced, then I think it's fine. I think the problem is the troop speed and not necessarily the world speed.
Mm, I know what you mean because that just proves that farming is broken, basically.
Well,
Farming is more broken than upgrading mines.
yes, but that's got to do with the amount of barbarians on the round, not the
Also
speed.
with the also with the speed, because if it takes too long for the your troops to move, you'll get less resources.
Yeah, that's true.
And
So that balances the
hmm
the mines as well.
But I still think 400 is the way to even for buildings.
Well, that's something that will be discussed if
Yeah, yeah.
something is to be done. But let's go on to the next question. How many people does it take to win a Romanian speedrun?
Okay, me plus one or two people.
Actually, let's see the current round there. Let's see. Where is Romania?
Triburil. Let me just type Triburil.
Speed. Let's see. 35 jokers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sometimes it's Kivsha, other times it's jokers. They're always alternating between the two tribes.
I
It's
mean,
always
they're
that.
not good. Oh, I remember that guy, Kakashi Sensei. Well,
Yeah, all of the
it's
all
a
of
really
these
old
guys
guy.
still play.
Are so old. Some
All
guys
all of
are.
the Romanian guys still play because there are rivalries and that's what keeps them playing. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really see that anywhere else. Like RZN keeps playing.
I remember it was like Brazil was also like really crowded, but I don't know what
Yeah,
happened
it
now.
just died out.
That's really hard to believe because Brazil was like always like
Brazil was
always a
based
lot
on
of
on conquistadors. Everyone just cheating and no one getting banned.
yeah.
On Brazil now, it's the same speed admin as in Portugal, so it's terribly managed.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a Lura.
No, it's Tastic, the speed admin.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it's there are worse.
Like the two servers look exactly the same now. It's just
Yeah.
rounds and then conquistadors. That's it. On PT, it's conquistadors and the 24-hour round. That's yeah, this all the time, and it's over in like 2 hours or less.
On repeat again, everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's the situation of those servers kind of sad. But yeah, uh, well, we can't really help the servers that don't want to be helped. So yeah.
Now, any future plans? What's the plans for the future? What are your ideas?
My ideas.
What are we doing basically?
What are we doing? Well, I still have a lot of questions from the podcast, but my plan
Okay,
now,
okay. Ask the questions.
my okay, yeah, I guess we can end with that. I think that's good. Okay, let's go to the questions. I have a ton of questions here. I don't know if you're seeing the screen share.
Mm,
If you're
can
not, then
small.
don't. um, yeah, these are mainly the topics I wanted to go over, and just
Okay, I can answer. How did you manage to make an active and interested team? Or oh, that was hard. That was like I was messing everyone. That was like, for example, I was like managing the Portuguese team, you know. So I everyone that I saw that was Portuguese and slightly active, I'll try to get them, message them, try to get them on Discord, Skype, everything. Just try to recruit them, everything. No limits. I had like 30 people at one time, and then the inactives I threw them away and keep recycling.
yeah, I remember that.
Mm.
A lot of people just
Basically,
join and become AFK.
I was like you know a recruiting person basically. And I told also like Duke and all those, if you see anyone, if you think it's PT, bring them in. Okay. Then that's it. You just, if you're a captain, you just try to contact everyone that speaks your language and bring them in together, and that's it. Opinions on how everything was managed, still communities that came from there. I mean, I think the problem with the how it was managed was they told it's going to happen too early, so people got tired of training for them and then I didn't actually enjoy playing it because they're all too too
I actually don't agree with that. On that tournament, I don't agree with. On 8v8, I agree. On
I
on
was talking about HV8, yeah.
yeah, on the 10v10, I think the
I was talking
problem
about HV8.
I think that the problem was that there were a lot of troll teams, like um, Hungary and Arabic team, and that one random team that joined, like world players from the net server. I think those rounds when they happened, they just made it so boring for the good players that they kind of lost patience to play or something. But
I mean, but there are teams that are better than the others, so it's just yeah, there are teams that are not as good, but they have also the right to play and the right to improve. So, yeah, so
yeah,
those rounds are less interesting because it's not as competitive.
yeah,
But I was talking about the AG8 when they said it's gonna be like in 2 months, then people play 20
yeah,
billion
yeah, yeah.
training rounds, and when they actually just was there's nothing interesting to see because they already face each other 20 times in training rounds, so there's no interest.
Yeah, we all agree with that. I
It's
think.
the interest is also to know if we can beat the other team without actually training a billion practicing a billion rounds.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the part of the interest. Okay, opinion. How should the tournament look like? In the future, we probably won't have as many players as we had in the 2010 tournament. I don't know how to answer that. That's hard. I think the future terms will be like HV8 one for a year, but one a year, one a year with everyone. But I think people will go for that. But that that won't really revive the community. Will just make that people really want to play that one, a
Yeah,
year.
it will just make it more seasonal, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Which might be the only option, to be honest. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we could have big tournaments like 8v8s and things like that. But I think that if we make like smaller tournaments, like
But I
3v3
feel like,
tournaments and
yeah, but I
things like
feel like
that.
people are not interested in playing that. They can play that, but then after a while they'll be gone.
I
I think to be honest, I think this is a seasonal game. That's my feeling.
yeah, but
I feel like sometimes you want to play it, and then sometimes you don't play it.
yeah, I can see
And
that.
the question is, do you adapt the tournament to be seasonal, like once a year? Because
But
Georgia tried to
then
make it seasonable, but was like for a year, and it's like way too much,
but
way too
that's
much.
that's that's actually very hard then too then because some people just will just disappear like now from the 10v10 from the 8v8 tournament. A lot of people just sort of disappeared. We need to be able to keep those people also interested or at least looking forward to something. So I don't think calling it a seasonal game is exactly the point. I think we need to have something like reoccurring. I don't know, something like a 1v1, 2v2 tournament. I know it's not the most competitive, but it will keep people uh, interested in practicing and in getting better. So I think that's
Yeah,
the only way.
you can try it, but there was a time there was like a lot of tournaments, and the more tournaments there were, the less interested they were.
Yeah, but the thing
The
is,
less people were playing it. Then.
if you look at it, in the 8v8 tournament we had, it was not easy to get players, right? But
Because it
there
was
were
after like a 1v1 tournament that would exhausted a lot of people, and
yeah, but
after
there
like
there
a
there were a lot
10v10.
of groups of like three friends that were playing together in some rounds. Like now we have some Greek players that play some rounds from time to time together and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. I don't expect those guys to stop playing together unless they have no reason to play. So if we give them tournaments like 3v3 tournaments, 2v2, they will have a reason to keep practicing and to keep playing and to keep getting better. And if we're simply trying to push like 10v10, 8v8 tournaments, it's way harder for them to get people to play with. So I think that small team tournaments are okay, maybe less competitive and a bit less fun because it's less chaotic. You have more time to organize everything, and that makes it a bit
No,
more unfun.
I'm not like how do you say? Tipo, não estou contra.
Not against.
I'm not against making making these tournaments. Like, of course, it's always good, but I'm saying that first we will make them, and I would like and if it's really gonna make a difference, maybe I don't know. I'm not against doing them. I just don't know if this the solution or just like a small attempt, you know.
Yeah, but I really don't think it is possible to keep up with big team tournaments. Like as you say, it might make sense to make like once a year or something, where like
Yeah,
you 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 like talk to other people from your country
yeah.
that
You bring everyone for that like
yeah, you
one,
bring
and
everyone for that, even if they're not from your country. Like if you have like not enough people for a team in your country, like mix two countries or something, like you can do that. But for that, you need to have smaller groups of people that are interested. And with things like this server, people can meet others and like just learn with them and play together and play for fun. Like now, you haven't seen this, but let me go here. In Italy, okay, this is a bug. I don't know why this happens, but when I click on Italy, I have to click like multiple times. Okay. Um, on Italy, there have been rounds at night like this, and there have been
the
fairly
crown.
good fights. This is RZN, Steam, and some other opponents. There's like a good amount of people that are just coming here, and it's not insane teams of 35 players. It's look here. Let's see. This is a 1 hour round with 20-minute production. There's some competitivity here. Like Kisbohawk, these guys are back. And if we see that continuing to happen, if the people who are playing in teams of three have like incentives to continue playing and to practice and to become better, I think that
Yeah,
it is
I
possible.
see what you're saying. If there's this interest in small tournaments,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
and then more people will come. But that eventually you'll
Yeah,
think that you'll have enough for to make like
yeah,
an 8v8 or a 10v10 like a
yeah, yeah,
year,
yeah,
and then we'll just keep with the small tournaments.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you just need to find admins that will do it now.
But we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a problem. Admins are not a problem. At the
Okay, and now
at this
okay,
stage, admins are not a problem. Only
okay,
players. Only
next
player
question.
count. Yeah, next question
Do you
is
think creating international community is possible? I mean, you're doing it kind of on this
yeah.
server, and there's also the main server, but I'm not there. Like where everyone is going where
This.
also players.
No,
Yeah,
no, this is dead. It's just me
yeah,
spamming
yeah,
this
yeah.
invite link.
I know, no, that is dead. But how do you say the other one?
Which?
Where Jojo is?
Oh, the .net. It's dead too. Look, this is
Yeah, but
all
there's also
that there
yeah,
is
yeah,
on. Yeah, it's dead. It everything is about worlds or
yeah,
like
yeah,
not even about
the,
tribal wars.
yeah, yeah.
Like
But the fun thing is they have more people than your server, but
yeah, but
right?
they they're not talking about speeds though. My
Yeah,
objective
this
on the
world is
server
low.
is
Yeah,
solely speeds, and they only talk about worlds there. It's not like a lot of these
yeah.
players will even be
So
interested
you're
in the
basic
tournament or
you're
something.
basically the only active speed
Yeah,
community. So it will only depend on how much you can do or can do.
yeah. Uh, but it's really hard to get people into here. Like in the beginning, in the first days after I made the changes, I was just spamming everyone in like every possible speed and sending them to the
Hmm.
Discord server. Some people
I
join,
believe.
but then some people just see this and they don't even know how to react to things. Like I don't know, they don't know how Discord works, and then some people just join and they never say anything again. Like it's weird because a lot of people are not used to Discord, and there's a lot
Hmm.
of people who simply are not interested. So it's hard. I think the main thing about building an international community is not about necessarily bringing new players in, but it's more about bringing the old players back, and I have no clue on how to do that.
Oof. The old players come back when they want to come back.
Yeah, but if like one person on an old team is interested, then the entire team will come back. That's how it works. Like if I convince Sashlik to be interested in the game, he will invite back all of the Czech players, and we'll have an active
Yeah,
Czech
no.
team.
If they will be a 10v10 or 8v8, they will come back.
Yeah,
So they say
yeah.
they won't, but they will play
But
it.
it's very hard. Like, how do we mix both things? Because we've almost sort of agreed that the best way to keep a community active and interested is to to make smaller tournaments like 3v3s and things. But at the same time, a lot of people will only come back for bigger tournaments. Like, it's so hard to like
Yeah,
have
I
both
know, I know.
things.
Because there are players that still have fun with little things, so they want the little things. But most of the players will only have fun with like the only big thing. But they don't always want that. They only feel like they need that like once a year or twice a year, maybe 1 in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. But the thing is, how do we get those players back to play that thing once in a year, right? Because
They'll if you announce it, they will be here. I know they will be here.
yeah, that's true.
There's been too long without with nothing, so they will be. What are the questions?
Uh, here, this is just
Let me see
classic.
again. Did you, how confident are you making a future PT team? I can easily make a future PT team. But probably I think it's better for to be the captain this time. He knows better things now, and he knows like
Uh,
all everything now.
there's
I
something that
I
I
I used to know everything like 3 or 4 years ago. I used to know my enemies and my friends. Now Duck knows everyone, so it will be better
that's
if
true.
him to be organizing this time.
But well, to be honest, in big tournaments, I kind of just like to like play my own game and like try to be the carry instead of trying to see what everyone's doing. Like
Yeah, it's hard,
it's
isn't
hard.
it?
It is very hard, but it's
Exactly,
also very fun though to try to do more
exactly.
things. It's pretty
Trying to
challenging.
manage trying to manage Duck and Macdown in the same team on the call. Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
But it's challenging and it's pretty fun. Well, this question is yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know how to answer that.
yeah. I just told you. I just talked about this.
Yeah,
If you announce
needs
a big
to
thing,
announce something.
they'll probably some of them come back. The others will never come back because I
But
mean,
even
people are people.
even that it's hard. Like without the support of Jojo, like in the previous year we had the tournament on FR, right? So a lot of people came back, but nothing came back from actual announcements from each server. So we didn't have like a Spanish team, for example. And when take
Yeah,
Jojo
yeah.
down,
They only came back from because they had like our Skype and Discord and we talked to them.
yeah,
Something
yeah,
or
yeah.
things like that. Things like that. Yes.
So it's
And we
hard.
maybe we posted on forum and they saw maybe,
Yeah,
but
but it's very hard to reach out to people because well they're not here, or a lot of them aren't. So it's very
that's right.
hard. But yeah, these two
What
questions.
would make you play more regularly? Nothing. There's nothing they can do. Nothing the game can do to make me play more. I don't want to play more regularly. Regularly. Ugh. So it's really tough. There's no interest. The game isn't good. Isn't like at that level that we want to play regularly. It's a game that we want to play sometimes, like casually. but not what it's. I feel like it's seasonal for me, but that's just maybe for me, you
But
know.
if there are, as I was saying, like almost constant, even if small team tournaments, things like that.
I wouldn't participate. I would have no interest.
Oh,
That,
okay.
but that's just me. For the new players, they might want to do it, you know.
And they do, yeah. We're going to
Exactly.
see like 3v3 private rounds just for people to practice as well.
Hmm.
Again, they're organizing that. So yeah, it's
But for
hard
pro players
because
that they already play for a long time, they only get excited for the maximum
yeah,
possibility
yeah,
of
I
the of
see,
the fun.
I see that, I see. But it's very hard to have both things together. But we need to have both things together if we want to revive this.
Yes, yes, yes. The other things should up. The other small term should happen, but mm, a lot, not a lot of people will play them. But that's fine. That's not. I don't think that should be. Oh, less people played it, so it's bad. Not necessarily.
But I think that
People who had the interest in playing, they play it.
if there are rivalries and if like, even if people aren't playing actively, but if they're just here on the server and they're like checking
I
announcements
agree. I agree.
and
They they
seeing
they,
what's
they
going
are.
on,
They get interested.
yeah, yeah, they will eventually see. Oh, okay, this is happening. People are like actually trying to revive this. This is cool. Let's give it a try or something like that.
Hmm.
Volode is here. Oh, I was not expecting that. Hi, Volode.
Hello, hello.
Will you revive the Czech team by yourself or what? There's a new Slovak player, by the way. I was playing LOL with him yesterday. Very nice guy.
Really?
Um, yeah,
Did you
his
win?
name is Death or something. No, we
I know. I know. He's trash. I saw.
we we played we played ADC plus support. He played
I
Gnar.
saw.
He played Gnar.
I saw. Okay.
That was interesting.
Uh,
Okay,
what
well,
next
last
question?
one.
What do you wish to see? Oof. Oof. I know what I wish to see, but it's hard to explain and hard to. How do I explain this? I wish they could have a way to so we can stream the game, you know, but
Yes.
by a guest access better, you know.
What do you
I
mean?
wanted the guest us access to be like some minutes delayed,
Oh, yeah.
maybe, but like LOL, you know, that we can actually see everything.
Mhm.
And you can actually go through everything and go to the map and through to every village and like
Oh,
watch.
like a spectate button.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's an idea,
That would
but
be
it's not
pretty
gonna
cool.
happen.
No, that it won't.
Never.
No. But what we can have is like casting
Stream on
the
Twitch.
tournaments. Like we can have
But for example, I can't cast. I can't even Twitch. I can't even stream LOL. My internet and most people internet will lag. You know.
yeah, yeah, I know, but there can be an admin or a game mod or something that uses the spectating tool like Ben and Jerry used to do on the 1v1
Hmm. Hmm.
tournament, and they just stream that on Twitch with like a 15-minute delay or something, and it's pretty good. Like people will be interested in seeing, and they will be interested in learning about what the caster is talking about. Like I don't know, maybe they never heard about making katas early on to just rush kata everyone. Uh, there's a lot of things that people could learn from that. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's the best way to create and make a community be active, like they're doing in the Italian server. Like I told you, just holding some private rounds from time to time if people want to play, but make the people stream and like announce that they're going to do that and get people interested on that. Like I think that doing that is the best way to make an active community and get people interested.
The thing that also is like was kind of like frustrating for players were like talking on forums and they delete everything and then you just don't care and then dating is dead. You know.
Yeah,
There's
but now with Discord you don't really have
yeah,
that.
with Discord now, but people don't know about this, so you actually need to like keep spamming your Discord
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on forums, so they actually
And well, this
get
server
the.
is not like hosted by anyone from InnoGames, so I'm not gonna
I know
censor people who are saying things against Inno and shit like that. So it's it's
exactly.
it's better. While in the international server, when people were spamming too much the speed chat, Jojo just locked the chat for like 3 days. People could say anything. Well, that won't happen here. So yeah.
Okay, there's also some question. Let me just say.
Let's
How
see.
many? What would you teach a player that started to play speeds and want to try comp? Very easy. You screen share you playing with them, and we'll try to explain, and then they will screen share they playing, and you try to
Yeah,
teach them. It's basically how I did with Duck when he
and
was
how I did with
going
Goose,
to
basically.
PT team.
Yeah.
And mm,
How does Wood join?
all those ones join at MV10 8v8 team for competitive play. Do you have to be recruited, or you can apply? Everyone can apply, and you probably will be recruited, unless it's like a really close market like Romania, where they only like each other and things like that.
Like, it all comes from the initiative of the players. There isn't, as we've said, like it's not something that comes from the community manager or something. Like most of the initiatives now will be made by players, and well, as you've been hearing, Jojo doesn't even support these things. So a lot of the things will be made by players and not by admins. So you just, I don't know, someone, they want to make a team, you just play with them. It's not like a recruitment thing. It's not like a competitive scene where, oh, okay, you play good at the game, I will recruit you to be in my team. No, on tournaments, people just try to recruit everyone possible, and even if the
Because they don't have
players,
enough. Yeah,
yeah, even if the players aren't good, you just teach them, and
exactly. If they're active, they'll just
yeah,
it's just easy to make them be decent. To be
yeah,
honest,
it's not hard to make people become better at the game.
you have to just find it.
Guys play Clash of Clans much better game.
Give me some examples, please. What do you mean? What this summer compass mean?
I have no clue.
Like
But yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if you wanna talk about the plans for the future.
that's all you, because
Okay,
I'm
right,
just going with the flow.
right. I see.
I'll hardly do much more for this game.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough. Well, I have pretty much everything on the server. Like anything a speed player could want, it's here. So if they join and they know how Discord works, they'll become gods at the game. That's how it works, basically. But the plan here, at least for me, is I'm trying to boost the Italian server right now. Well, you can see the rounds. Let's see, 60. It looked like this, like no descriptions, no nothing, weird settings. Nowadays it looks like this. There's like settings here, everything organized, things like that. So I'm like working with them permanently, like talking about changes, suggesting tons of rounds, different things, so that this server becomes way more competitive. And I want this server to become the equivalent of the French server, like in the 10v10 times and the 8v8 times. You know what I mean? Like where a server where everyone just goes and plays and practices there. That's basically my objective. And we're already kind of seeing that in those rounds that I told you. There's some rounds that are a bit more inactive, but that is to be expected. In France, it was also like that.
so you're
So
putting basically all your eggs, let's just say like that, on the Italian server.
pretty much, because I don't. There are no other community managers that are interested in speeds.
That will do what ideas we have, and they'll try to test our ideas, right?
Yeah, and here they are doing everything I would tell them to, basically, and it's clearly working. Like if you go some months back, I don't know. Let's go here. If you see the rounds, okay, this is actually a very played round, but it's because
Go deep, go deep, go deep, go
yeah,
deep.
no, yeah.
So
If I
so
go deep,
people, Jesus, misclicks.
oh,
Almost
okay,
clicked
this is
on
too
the
deep.
other.
Uh,
40, yeah, 50, yeah.
okay, no, this is also not too deep. Okay, okay, let's do this. These were the first rounds. I think that yeah, there are probably a good amount of players here, but they started making some tournaments, like some days where rounds just exist 24/7, and there's like a point system. If you win a round, you just win a point. That's also very well organized, and it always made people come play here more. Like where is that? Yeah, these rounds were a bit messy. Uh, yeah, they also held my tournament. I had a tournament
Mm-hmm.
here, a 3v3 tournament. Like they are doing pretty much everything that I have been telling them to, and it's been working. Like there have been um, way more people playing in these rounds. Like here, this was one of those tournament rounds that they did. A lot of people join because well, rounds 24/7. People like that. We see that on CZ, and it's one of the servers with most recurring players. Well, let's see here, for example, the night round. Even sort of night rounds have good participation. Back then they weren't bad, and nowadays they have even more. Um, let's see here.
Yes.
This is
When you're
okay. This is not a good example.
uh,
This
there's a
is not
tribe as
bad.
well.
Yeah, there's like some competition. There's two tribes people fighting. It's not bad, and these aren't even players who come from this Discord, but there are some rounds where people from here play. Like the server is becoming good. Everything is organized. They had rounds that were a bit longer, but I told them to make the rounds shorter
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Because people will not we cannot fix like in the middle of the time and
yeah, exactly. If
yeah,
like the rounds were like 4 hours or something. You remember back in the day, the Italian rounds were like 6 to 48 hours. That was ridiculous. Now they
I know.
shortened it to like 4 hours, and I told them, okay, now you need to make it even shorter because the rounds are simply not lasting the amount of time, and someone might just
Yeah,
late
it should be
start.
like they are just to win and
Yeah, yeah,
then
yeah,
they could have like another round. Meanwhile, yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is pretty much what I'm doing. Like I'm just helping them to have better settings, more variety, things to make people want to play. Like I don't know when ones. This is also a really good round. Like there's a lot of classic Italian rounds too. Like a lot of old rounds, like the fight speed. I'm doing all of that and bringing those things back while also adding N ones like this. The duck round is.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it was the settings of my tournament. It's 380, 0.7. The settings are also here. The settings are also here. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool, and a lot of people have been playing these rounds, especially here from Discord. So it's kind of becoming the French server from the 88 times and stuff like that, where people are
Yeah, it has that vibe a bit.
yeah, where people are coming to play in this server, mostly for the competitive rounds. The ones that aren't that competitive or aren't 10 ones or something, people might still play them for fun, but of course they're not as competitive. And that also happened in France, but there isn't much we can do about that. But the fact that there is a recurring N1, like at these times, it makes people know that there will be a round here and they just expect a round to be here and they just play. So it's like creating a schedule and people will get used to that and they will just come back and play. And with
So
this,
the
more and
plan
more
is to put everything on Italian and do the turn to start to making stuff small tournaments there, see how it
exactly,
goes
yeah.
and
They are planning tournaments already, I think. They haven't really
okay.
told me about it that much, but yeah. And my plans are I want to try to become a speed admin here. Because while on PT, you apply to become a forum supporter, right? You're like a forum mod for like 1 year and a half or something, and then if like the speed admin dies, you might have a chance at becoming a speed admin, right? But here it's not like that. You can just directly apply to be a speed admin. So yeah, if I could get there, then well they are already doing a very good job, but I have way more contact with the players. So if someone, let's say, if someone asks me, okay, make us a private round, I could just do that and like tell them to stream and like at everyone or something. Oh, people are gonna be playing. Come check. Like those things to boost activity and yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
So that's basically it, right?
Yeah, duck for president. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Um,
That's a lot to cover. That's a lot that we cover, and that's a lot of things. But
but
good luck with that.
yeah, it's not gonna be easy at all. If if it's possible, then we'll do it. I know that Flash is also trying to become a speed admin in France again.
Hmm.
So yeah, but
Why did you lost the admin?
I'm not sure. I think he just wanted to do too many things, and I guess he didn't have the support of the CM or something. But he's actually interested in the French chat. He's been saying a lot of things and like getting people hyped, and people are reacting and things like that. So he's also here to help us. He's back and has interest in reviving the game. So that's really good.
Last question for you that I'm going to do now. So if you'll be back like a big tournament, will you do it? Will you be like PT captain, organize everything for this time?
Uh, it depends on how easy it will be to get players.
That's not a yes or a no. Will you
Well,
do everything?
do everything is hard.
Yes or no?
Well, everything is no, but if it's just me interested in playing and on organizing things, then it's I'm not gonna put that much time into it. I'm not interested, and I'll probably just go play with someone else. But I'm definitely more lenient towards playing with a PT team than playing with like a team that's not PT, because while I can have fun with other players, that would make teams a bit more unbalanced. If we start creating like international
Right.
teams, we'll just
The
make
super team, the
yeah,
super
well,
team
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
my
like
super
Romania
team
or
is better
something.
than yours.
Yeah, yeah. That would just make the game very unbalanced. So it's
Yeah,
it's
nerd.
better to like try to have more players come from every server and to try to organize that rather than just merging all of the better players and there being a tournament with four teams. Yeah,
Exactly. And then will be a point will be literally just two teams.
yeah, yeah. That's like the equivalent of merging all of the servers.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Very racist. Very racist. I like it.
but yeah, we'll see if it's possible. If it is, then we will. But if not, then well, I guess that's it. There really isn't much more that we can do besides what I'm doing here right now to try to revive the game.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe there'll be a big wave of people coming back on the summer. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe
that's the objective. Yeah, if people come back, then
it's
we
always
announce.
around this time. It's always around this time
Yeah,
people
yeah,
come back.
exactly, exactly. That's why I'm not rushing anything now. There's no point in like sprinting to announce something. I'm like asking people what they want in that chat and things like that. Just getting people's opinion because starting something now is just not the play. But in like 1 month or two, then maybe because people will be done with school. They will be in summer break, things like that. So yeah, and well, if that goes well and people are interested and active and want to keep playing the game, then we can host smaller tournaments because we know people will after summer they'll just go back to work and school and things like that. They have less time, so we can just start with like 3v3 tournaments and 4v4, something a bit smaller, but something that keeps people looking at what's going on and like checking up with the community and talking to people. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Just trying to start with something possibly like big. I don't know. I don't think the play is to make an 8v8 tournament already because there aren't players. We could like push for a
I agree.
6v6.
I agree.
We could like
No,
push.
no, no, no. Don't push. Don't half push it. Don't half push it. I don't think so. Because that's an half push.
Yeah, but well, I don't know if the play is just to
If
to
it's an
to
half
make a
push,
3v3 tournament or something.
yeah, start with really small, like 3 and stuff like that.
Could start with a 1v1 actually. That's not a terrible idea.
No, the ego ones.
The ego
I love,
tournament.
love it. I remember when you lost to me and used a different name, so nobody knew.
That was not the reason as to why I
Ah,
used a
okay,
different
okay,
name. But yes,
fair enough.
it happened. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what can be done, and yeah, we'll
Yeah,
try
it
our
was nice.
best. If it's not possible, then well, I guess it's over for Tribalwars. There isn't any way to revive this if it's not like this.
Yeah, just go play LOL.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And speeds will eventually just die like Jojo says, but well, I guess it's worth a try at least.
Yeah, at least you have fun building a Discord
Yeah, honestly, kind of fun.
resume. No, no, put on a resume.
Yeah,
Build
true.
a Discord
like the
with
history
300
shot. You see
people.
how long I spent writing all of that.
Hmm.
But I honestly had fun. Honestly, just seeing what happened and like telling people about it. I don't know if people actually read it. I think some people did, but yeah,
Okay, I think this is enough for
yeah,
today.
it is enough. It was good.
Yeah, we
Um,
talked a lot.
Thanks for coming.
No
And
problem, no problem.
next
Good,
week
good
we have
luck.
another one
Which is who is another one? Is
with
the other one?
Kazala,
Kazawa. So a new player, right?
a new player. Actually, we could invite like Summer Compass or something like a new player. That could be cool.
Where is Summer Compass from? He has like a German
He's
name.
Greek.
Okay.
Or Remero Fantasma. There's some new players. And
Okay, yeah.
the podcast number 5 will probably be the most important one. Because it's
Because
with Cthulhu. That's the game
it's a
mod.
mod.
That's
Hmm.
the Italian admin who has been doing everything with me basically. Just
Yeah, and he has more insight behind the scene behind than
yeah.
me.
And he
So
probably has his own expectations on what will happen. So we'll
good.
see.
So it has been good, and I think we end it
Yeah,
here, right?
yeah. It was good. I will end the recording. And yeah, yeah. GG's. Next week there's mod.
Yeah. See you next week.